we're going to talk about the houses in astrology. So there are 12 houses, and we our I want a chart, the picture,
Oh, the picture of the chart.
yeah, so they can see.
What's his name? Jamie.
Okay,
Jamie Rogan needs you.
okay, and
Okay.
yeah,
It'll come
I
up.
will start talking. They can see later. So
Okay.
in astrology, we have a chart, and that chart has 12 houses. And each house has a different topic, uh, what we meet in life generally. So I will start with the first house. And the first house is a house where we can see how people receive us and how we present ourselves to the world, how our physical condition is, also a bit about the looks, and yes, that's most of how we act, the first actions we take, and that's for every sign different. So maybe we
Yeah.
have to give an example. So
Yeah.
it's
The first
not like
house.
you act differently than your son. In the first house, for example, my first house is Scorpio. So before you start acting, you observe. You really are a little bit reserved, and you wait. You wait actually till you see the environment is safe. How do you feel, Susan? You're also Scorpio, first
Yeah.
house.
I'm like when I go into a room or an environment, I'm usually quiet and assess my surroundings and then act according to what I've assessed from the surroundings. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
I like I'll know okay, this energy is crazy, so I'll just stay laid back in the corner, or this
yeah.
is fun and passionate and good energy, and then
Yes.
I'll engage and I can be more
There is a
myself.
lot of
Yeah.
echo. Yes, I don't know how I
Yeah,
can stop it.
I don't either. Because am I echoing?
Less than me,
Yeah, you're echoing.
really. So I hear
Yeah.
my voice second time. Anyhow, I try to ignore it. So yeah, we act when we feel safe,
Yeah.
and yeah. But
And
meanwhile, we observe very well, and we see a lot. We feel a lot, and we see a lot, and we know actually intuitively whom to trust or not to trust. If we are really in our self.
yeah. And
But
the first house is about self-image basically.
yes,
Yeah, like how you see yourself and present yourself.
yeah. And then people receive that. That's their first impression, not your sun sign. If they know you better, then they can see, okay, yes, she's a lion, or she's a Cancer, or she's a Virgo. It's different. Okay, I think
And
we can now. Yes,
I just want to say our first house is Scorpio, so that's the house of transformation.
yes.
Yeah.
We learn a lot actually. In Scorpio, you have to go deep, and you meet situations where you have to think, and yeah, it's not like always smoothly. Life is not
No.
smoothly, no.
No.
But that makes us more thinking, and you become a seeker. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's Scorpio. Anyhow, later on, if people have questions about the first house, they can ask. But we first go through all the houses. I think it's more easy.
Yeah.
So second house, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, just real quick too. So, um, I don't think we'll get to it today because it's, astrology is a lot, but also
Yeah.
how each planet is different in each house.
Yes. Also,
Yeah.
that's there can be 12 different planets in each house.
Yeah.
So yeah, it takes a whole book.
Yeah. Like a really big, thick
Yes.
book.
Normally, general, the zodiac starts with Aries and it ends with Pisces. And Aries is the first house. It's like, how do I manifest myself? I am who I am. I have my boundaries and I'm faithful to myself. And Mars says, hey, look at me. I'm here. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So that belongs to the first house. But most of the people have different signs. So if you're Aries, it doesn't mean your first house is Aries. It could be Cancer, could be totally something different.
Your first house is the ascendant, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Second house. Okay. I sh- shall start.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're off
Second house
today.
is it goes over how you what if it gives information of your self-esteem, over the money you make, and over yeah the what you like, what you find beautiful in yeah most of things. What do you like to eat? Which skills do you have also? What you like to do? Actually,
It's
it's very important if you have your interests and you develop your skills, then most of the time your self esteem rises and you feel good with yourself.
yeah, and it's self-worth. Oh no, where'd she go? God, don't leave me by myself here. Holy crap. Okay, your people are putting me on the spot. Where'd she go? Okay, so I'm gonna assume this is still on. And all right, so Christine disappeared, and I have no idea what I'm doing because Gerard does this for us. Hopefully, he jumps in or somebody jumps in at some point. And I guess I will go to the third house. Okay, this is Christine. There's Gerard. Yes, please don't leave me out here by myself. I'm having a panic attack. I already had a bad day. I got my crystals with me so I wouldn't freak out. And now I can't hear you. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is just, yeah, this is just a life lesson
There you
building
go.
up
Can
my
you hear me?
confidence. Yeah, I
Can
can
you hear me?
hear you.
Okay. No, these people are okay. Don't worry about them. People nuts anyway. Half these people don't even believe in the virus. They're scared. Don't worry about them. They'll be okay.
Yeah, just pretend they're not there. It's all
Yeah,
an
just
illusion.
pretend they're not. That's what I do half the time. I just get out here, start running my mouth. I pretend they're not even there. Sometimes
Yeah.
you got to pretend everybody's both fine. We're gonna try to get Christine back in here.
Okay.
In a minute. Looks like
I
she.
mean, I have my notes, but
Okay.
I'm more like history and she's more like astrology.
Okay.
So we
But
got to kind of
you
work
don't want
together.
you don't want me being neither one. You don't want that at all. You get me teaching astrology, houses and stuff. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna make it all up. It's gonna be a mess. I don't see her, so maybe she dropped off a line.
Okay. She did send me a message. Let's see if I can get her on my phone.
All right. All she really has to do is re-click the link or just reset her browser.
Okay.
See, Lori, even Lori said it. Lori said she ain't even here, so she's not.
Who? Ah, okay.
Lori,
yeah, we aren't here.
she's
Oh
not
my
here.
God, heart attack. Can't do that to me. I
These
can't
people
be by
don't bite.
myself.
They don't bite. No, actually, no. Some of them do bite. Actually, I take that back. Some of them kind of nasty. That's early in the morning, though. It's smoking that chiba and stuff. These people don't bite. I wouldn't worry about these people.
Yeah. So if I can't get her back, I guess I'll go on. But oh my goodness, this is a nightmare.
No, she'll be back in a minute. All she has
Okay.
to do is click it. Here she comes right now. I'm out of here.
Okay. Yay.
See you later.
All right. Yay, thank God.
Oh yeah, I don't know how I disappeared.
Oh my God, Christina, I was by
So
myself.
okay, let's go. Give me the 5. Now I go. Yeah,
I'm sweating. I'm literally sweating. It's not even funny.
okay. Okay, we're house 2 was like self-esteem, feeling
Yes,
safe in what
feeling
you
safe.
do.
That's exactly. That's what I
Wasn't
said. I
this a
guess
good example?
universe trying to teach me a lesson or something. Because that was, whew,
So
yeah,
it must be something in our self-esteem which is conflicted.
yeah, yeah.
A
No, I don't
square,
like to be seen.
a square with Venus, probably. Um, okay, we go to house 3. It's
Okay.
communication. It's
Yeah.
communication. The way how you communicate with people. How do you absorb information? And it could be in different ways. For example, if you have Venus in house 3, you're most of the time very sweet and very nice to talk with. If you have Mars in house 3, you like to debate and you like to talk people under the table. If you have Neptune in house 3, you like to communicate through art, with stories, with paintings, any kind of art. And if you, yeah, different kinds of planets in that house make you a different way to communicate. If you have Pluto in 3, you go very deep and you go to the root of the problems. And you're like a good researcher, spy, um, psychology, yes, psychology, things like that. So I
And
have,
it's more like the lower mind. It's not the like communicating through the physical, I guess you could say, and not the physical, but it's not like the higher conscious mind. It's how we communicate with each other here,
yeah, it's
if I'm
just
explaining that
simple,
correctly.
yeah, simple
Yeah.
communication. Also, it tells a bit about your environment, how they act with you. If you have Pluto in it, you might have nasty neighbors. So, yes, not so easy. I know someone. If you have Saturn, you're very nicely on your own. So, nobody bothers you. If you have Jupiter, always people around you. Something like that.
Yeah.
So, but we
I
can do
have
that
no.
later. So, let's go to house 4. It's parents and education and
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So, we have Pisces. Maybe you talk a bit about yours, Susan?
About what?
About your house 4. That's how you raise by your parents. So we are Pisces.
Yeah.
Pisces, I will tell first for myself and you can
Okay.
fill in. So I'm raised actually very Catholic. Pisces is um, the sign of Christianity. So I've been raised very much with Christ and stories about Jesus Christ, but also like yes, you have to behave very well, but we could not be so much yourself because
Yeah.
your authenticity was not really appreciated.
No,
So
like we were talking about before, like I was more like a dreamer and seeing things differently. So it was almost like I was always the black sheep of the family because I wasn't very, I guess because Pisces and the illusion and things like that. And yeah,
undermined.
yeah, yeah, it was, and it was always like I wasn't heard.
Yes. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like somebody, nobody sees you. We were
yeah,
with 8. I had 5 brothers and 2 sisters. Positive, I could disappear. Nobody noticed. Yeah, negative was like, hey, I'm still here. I want
yeah,
some food.
yeah,
Something like that.
yeah. So my
So,
family is very Catholic, and it's almost like you're always brought up with this guilt from childhood that
Yes.
like you're always taught to feel guilty about everything, even things you didn't do. So, and I think with the Pisces and the illusion and more of the spiritual, it's like me and you, even though we had that family, we seen things differently, not so structured as we were taught to.
Yeah.
So that's why we kind of didn't fit
It's
in.
a lot
Yeah.
of deceiving,
Mhm.
illusions, actually also lies,
Yeah.
but not unconsciously because your parents are not aware of it. They thought, I mean,
They
my
thought they were doing.
parents were good parents, but yeah, you were supposed to behave like they were taught to also. So, but also the positive thing, I was raised in a small village. The village was my playground. It was my little fairy book. I went to swim in the little streams, in the rivers, ice skating in the winter, playing in the forest. It was actually a bit like a little paradise. It's also
Yeah.
Pisces.
Well, I was in the suburbs, but there was the woods nearby and a lot of farmland. So there was always animals and riding bikes in the woods. And so, yeah, you could escape
Yeah.
the reality they were trying to push on you.
Also, yeah,
Yeah.
you have a lot of we have a lot of imaginations, typical Pisces.
Yeah.
That's good. It's
Yeah.
good as parent you can tell.
Oh my God. This is a nightmare. Okay, people, she's gone again. This is just, yeah. Oh, what house were we on? There's my Jamie.
She's coming back. Just give her a minute.
Is it bad Wi-Fi?
I think so. She was having the echo, sound like y'all were going to like a psychedelic thing.
Yeah, she's been having the echo the whole time.
Yeah, she was
Mushrooms.
or something, ayahuasca. She had something going on.
I'm telling you. And you know what? The horoscope today is really positive. So I don't know why me and her are struggling today because,
She's
yeah.
back.
Okay. No, she's not. I'm eating blueberries because I haven't eaten.
She was back. Dang, how much
Yeah.
did she smoke? Isn't there like limits to how much mushrooms you're supposed to eat or something?
I think so.
Yeah. Maybe she smoked them. I think you're supposed to eat them though. She's right there. She's in purgatory. She's in limbo between here and there. There's like a lobby section.
Yep.
She's in purgatory. I think it's being decided whether or not she's gonna go out or back in.
To the stars or back to the physical?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I really wouldn't even want to do it without her because it's kind of like our thing. So I feel bad. I guess I could.
She's trying to come back in.
Okay.
So it didn't happen last time. I don't know. Maybe I'll tell her to completely X out. You know, I think I can kick her out. Let me kick her out. She's like stuck anyway. She's in purgatory. Oh, there she goes.
Okay.
There she goes. Well, kick her out. All right.
You're my sister. Stop leaving.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh no, now you
What
have
happened?
Okay, you have sound. I think it's the Wi-Fi connection. Do you have a bad Wi-Fi connection? You can't hear me?
Yeah, normally I have to see on my phone.
Can
You can't
anybody hear me?
Oh, wait.
I can hear you.
Oh, wait.
Now I can't
You
hear
hear
that
me? I
Wi-Fi
hear
connection.
you.
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, wait. Wait. And now?
Yep.
Wait. I had so many live. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you hear me?
I hear you. Oh God. Yeah, so everybody today, right? We're just gonna go on this little rant. So at work today, I held a meeting, and so we are going to have to download an app, and we are going to have to take our temperature before we go to work, and put it in the app what our temperature is, and then we're going to have to answer 4 medical questions before we go to our shift. And then when we get there, the time punch clock will not even check us in unless we filled out the app first. And there's going to be a temperature scanner above the time clock to scan us again, when we go to sign in. So I'm going to be out of a job soon because, yeah, I ain't for that thing. That ain't happening on my watch. Nope, I'm good. I don't need money that bad. I know how to survive and forage and grow food.
It can choose your battles. I'm with you. That's crazy.
Is that
I've
crazy?
kind of had it with this.
Yeah,
It's crazy. I mean, it's
and
weird to like have somebody point a gun at your head and or you do it to yourself and then fill out the app and then go to work and it's like, come on, is it really
yeah,
worth all of that?
yeah, and it's not a doctor. I have a right to which doctor like medically checks me out, and I'm not giving it to a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Yeah, no, no way. Because all I could think of was Monsters Inc. She's been infected, and they'll all come out and like have you on quarantine. Nope, I'm falling for that trap. No way, ain't happening.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
I'll be
it's not
unemployed.
worth it. It's not,
Unemployed
you
before.
can find another place to tuck in. Well, I think to a degree it's going to end up being flocked to the free state thing. And it looks like South Dakota probably is going to be one of the freest states. But the states who want to play this nonsense, and I only think it's for the next 3 months or so. I think after the election, people will get the sense back. But
I
right
don't.
now, everyone's trying to, you think it's going to
Yeah,
go going beyond that?
yeah. I think we're in for some hard truths pretty soon. Like worse than we expect, I guess you could say.
We
I
probably
mean,
are.
like even what in China they have safety nets because people work their job is so awful they'll jump out the building
Yeah, well,
and kill
that's for
themselves on shift.
iPhones, right?
Yeah,
That was the iPhone factory.
I think so. And
Yeah.
well, one of the astrologers that I really like and follow, he was predicting that, like, he actually, and it's really funny because this is what happened. And he said this like 3-4 years ago that he predicts, like worker slave camps on like California coast and the East Coast, and the East Coast has all the pharmaceutical companies, and the West Coast has all the tech. And he said the freer states will probably be the Midwest, and he
Mm.
said that 3 years ago. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, in terms of value, um, but yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle, and I'm not sure if you can really escape it because then they'll come up with they say, well, it's the Democrat versus Republican states, and that actually isn't the division. The division is how much money have you taken from the pharmaceutical industry, right? Like how much in that state is run by the pharmaceutical companies, the IT companies, because they're jumping in it. Now the 5G companies are jumping in. Okay, Christine is jumping in, so I'm jumping out.
Okay. I have no more blueberries either, and I'm hungry.
So,
Oh,
okay,
this is a tough one.
this is a
Something,
tough one.
there is
Something
some kind of energy
working
going on
against
around
it.
here that is just not,
Yeah.
working
Okay.
with us. Let's zen out. Let's get this going. We're going to be all right.
Now the sound is better. The sound is better. So we were at house 4, so that was okay, I think. Was it clear?
House 4 communication, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, house 4 was education.
Wait, house 4 family.
Yeah, family education. Yeah, family education. Yeah,
Okay.
vices. House 5 is the house of self-expression. Is the house of the hobbies. Is how you are really in your best. Is also what you love to do. Um, being totally yourself, your authentic self. So it's also about your love life, about your children, and how you relate to children, something like that. That's how house 5, short summarized. So let me see if I can. Okay, creativity. Yeah, to create something. Yes, and yeah, that's house 5. Like artists have most of the time a big house 5. Painters, actors, um, but anyhow, it's how we can express ourselves, how we feel good, how we are just being ourselves. It's house 5, just on our ease. That's house 5. So if you have, for example, um, shy sign for Cancer can be shy, so you're more takes a while for you can be present yourself like you are, or you are uh, Capricorn in house 5 is very quiet, very reserved, and is has very. It's more easy for a Capricorn in house 5 to really express himself or herself like she or he really is, because they are used to act according what society or authorities expect from them. I mean, many people are like that, but just shortly explained. So we are Aries. We are quite when we are good in our when we feel good in ourselves. Like you have also house 5 in Aries. We are spontaneous. We quite passionate in what we are doing, and very inner in a lot of energy also. What do you think, Susan? Oh, Susan, I don't hear you. I Now you're gone. Oh my God. Now I don't hear you, Gerard. I'm talking alone. Okay.
I just
Yeah,
kicked
now I hear
Susan.
you.
What do I think? I think I don't know. I'm not sure. No, I just kicked Susan out. And Susan be right back in just a moment. I told her to refresh her browser. I don't know what's happening.
Actually, she has more of a Jersey accent. It's like Joyzy. Joyzy. She sounds like she is such a Joyzy. Christine Joyzy. Has anybody ever? Sure. I'm sorry. I'm just don't mind me. I'm just trying to work on that.
Yeah, okay.
You're
Okay.
good by yourself. Susan does not want to be by herself. She's scared of these sharks over here.
Okay. No, she has to. It's a test. She speaks much more eloquent than me, though. I just looking for words, and then sometimes I have something like, okay, what's the word in English? And then sometimes I have like, okay, no, I can explain it better in Flemish. And then those in my head, I have two languages sometimes. So anyhow, because yeah, astrology language is something different than daily language. But okay, um, shall I wait a little bit more? She will be back.
You can do
Yes, Laurie, you
comments.
don't know houses. I can because you don't have your birth hour. If I need, if you need to know your houses, you have to find. If you can find when you're born, early in the morning, at noon, in the evening, it can help a little bit. There you are again.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, if people don't have the hour, from their birth, then it's I cannot give their houses because it's dependent on where the moon is at the moment. So no, when the sun is at the moment in the morning, she's different in a different house, and in the evening uh, for the ascendant. So and when you don't know your hour, I cannot give you the right houses. In generally, I can say a lot without houses too, but not really to the point. And it's a bit pity. I know someone, a friend astrologer, he can find it with big moments. So if you can give me the date of marriage or when your child is born, we can dig it up because that requires a certain position of some planets with some houses. So we can find it, and then it's yeah, then it's more easy. But it's, of course, you have more detailed information when you know the houses.
I love
Okay.
Courtney. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't do this
I'm
by
sun.
myself.
No, I have red. My skin is as red as hell. I mean, if I work in the garden or if I work outside, then I easily get suntan. And it's first red, but it's not as red as on the camera because it's actually more brown. But anyhow, it looks like I've been, I don't know where, but I don't know because it's dark. It's evening here, so it's a different reflection.
Yeah.
Anyhow, okay.
No, I just don't like yeah, I just don't like being by myself on here. That's all. I'm not ready for that. Oh my God.
Okay, we'll do fine. Okay, let's house five. Now you tell about your house five because also, I mean, if you in house five concerning love life, Aries will do. Okay, I like him or her. You jump sometimes too quick, and you go too quick in the relationship sometimes, and then afterwards it can be, oh my God, I really shouldn't have done it. It could be something with Aries in house five, but
Yeah.
something like that. And you're easy enthusiast, enthusiast, yes, easy, more easy. So,
Um, well, I did, but I don't know if I was even on here. I did explain that House 5 is about like romance
oh yeah, do.
and
No, you were not on. Tell again.
yeah, yeah, like self-expression, creativity, romance. Um, what else I have down here? Oh, like play.
Yeah, play. Yeah, play.
Yeah. So,
Fun things.
yeah, fun.
Just amusing yourself. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
It's
And
the fun.
areas in house five is like I used to do like running and sport and all that kind of stuff which moves. Like you want to be active.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to be like happy and joyful and
Yeah,
playful and yeah.
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 So, but we do later with some people. Okay. Um. Okay. Let's go to house six.
Okay.
Yeah, house six is actually the house which tells you how you organize your life. So it means how do you organize your daily life? This includes your official work, but also for a housewife, it includes how does she start her morning, how does she do her cleaning, how does she cook. You can always read all those things in house six. If you have, for example, Saturn in house six, then you're very strict. You have your breakfast always maybe at 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock. You have your one cleaning day, Friday or Monday or whatever. It's very strict. You have your strict habits. You have your way of strict diet sometimes. So you're very disciplined. So when you work, you have good focus. You work very well, and you're focused, and you finish your work. You start in time. You can work with deadlines. That's like, for example, with Saturn. And here Saturn is actually a good example. But negative Saturn might see, oh, you're being a little bit insecure, so you always want to be more perfect and more perfect. Um, so that you strive for perfection. If you have the opposite Neptune in house six and you say, well, I don't know if I'm gonna do something today. Well, I'm lying here in my couch, I'm good. I'm gonna look at television, I'm gonna drink some a beer, and I'm fine. No, I don't today. I'm not going out of my bed or something. So Neptune, or they're busy with the project of like movie of taking pictures, but they can be like totally chaotic. But that's extreme. Eh? Positive, they're very creative, they're very original, and they work like in art or something. Yeah. So, and then we have Taurus. So when we take the time when I start working, but when I start working, I can't stop. I just keep on going, 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 going. And yeah, but before I start can take a while. I need my coffee in the morning also, and I don't take my shower like when I just jump out of bed because I'm really not awake. I don't like it. I go down, take a coffee, sit there, and just stare out, and then I go up. I take a shower, then go down, have my breakfast, or if I'm hungry, and then my day starts, something like that. But then when I start, I keep busy till yeah, whole day. So, and you, Susan? Are you frozen again? Oh, wait, I have to see you. This is a funny day. Yes, you don't know your hour, Lori, but yeah, then I cannot find yeah, then I cannot find your houses then, but you have three marriages, so maybe I can work something out. I'm gonna text Susan. Um, okay. Um, yeah, she will come back, I think. So I will go on maybe a bit later. Susan, yeah, she will come back. Um, okay, you can do that, Lori. Normally, if you ask your where you registered, where they took your birthday, where they noted your birth date, they have everything, also the hour. So if people don't know the hour, I say call to your the house of community in your city, where everything is where you are registered when you're born. They know your birth hour. Most of the people have their birth hour. So if you don't know it by yourself, you can ask it. If you have really the exact time, it's actually the best. But most of the times are like, oh my, I'm born. I have quite exact because my mother, for some reason, she must have known, oh, she's gonna be interested in astrology. So she said, I'm born at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 44. So like,
2:40.
yeah,
I know. See?
yeah, yeah, too, you too.
Yeah.
So that's quite, yeah, yeah, because they have totally the same degrees also. So then that's the time when I was born. But sometimes people say, oh, I think she's born at 6 o'clock or 6:30 or 6:45 or 6:15. But that's like they make it just a choose, but that's also okay. But if you have really exact, it's better. Town office, yes, I said community town office. They know and they keep it and they can normally they have it in computers, so if it's gone with the flood, Lori, I don't know if they have it, but maybe they can dig it up. Maybe they just have more than one copy, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I think. People they round, I mean they make it 6 p.m 7 p.m, but it's already good. There's already something I can read. Okay, that's how six and how. So that's how I do my daily life and my work in daily life. When I work with colleagues, I'm more at my ease. I'm not really. I work hard, but I'm not really working against. I'm go along easy. I'm easygoing with my colleagues. So, and I work I like to work on my own. So I take my time also. The Taurus is slow. I'm more slow in my work.
Yeah,
And
I rather take my time and
yes,
do it like I guess correctly or right than rush through it. I don't feel comfortable rushing through anything.
yeah, me neither.
Mm-mm.
And even I take my time and I'm not so meticulous. So I should really have more eye for detail. I always miss that a little bit. But I take my time. But
Well,
when I
no,
take, yeah,
but like you said about Leo's being organized, yeah, I'm a super kind of psycho organizer. Like, I mean, I don't mark everything or anything like that, but yeah, to me, like I have to have order around me. I think that's one of the reasons why I've been off because I took the Pluto transformation seriously and was like, I'm going to create the environment I want. And I started
yeah,
way too many projects at once, and now it's kind of chaotic. And I don't feel right in chaos. It has to be some kind of order to it.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jonathan, that's nice. If you have an easy birth, your life seems to be also more easy. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Um, yeah, structure is very important for me. For me, actually, also, I need to have a kind of, yeah. the knowing what to do. I mean, yeah, most of the time I know, but just doing really nothing all the time, no, it's not for me something. I need to be a little bit be busy.
Yeah.
Even if I don't know what to do, I go for a walk. I actually every day I try to go for a walk, but anyhow, there's always something to see or to do or to meet. I mean,
Yeah, and
I'm most
it's
of the time I'm yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's just weird because like I love nature and that's not, I guess, exactly organized, but to me that's like structured. You know what I mean? That's not chaos to me, but in the own little space around me, yeah, I have to have everything neat and in its
Yeah,
place. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Actually, me too. Because at my jobs, I said, Christine, where is this? Where is that? I said, I know, but they didn't find. There was always like, oh, Christine, look at her desk, look at her desk. But I knew what it was, and in my head I was organized, but on my desk, no, I cannot. Yeah, my head can be a bit chaotic, but I cannot have dirt. I need to clean. So also how six is. Yeah, how clean is your environment? And I need a clean house.
Yeah.
Yeah, my house is clean.
Yeah.
And it's always here. Nobody likes to clean, and who ends up cleaning? Me, Christine. It's always because I don't like
Please.
when it's dirty, and it's like, oh no. And I really do this when I go to people, and the chair is full of dust. I do like this. I go sit, I wipe, then I go sit. I do it spontaneously because I don't want to do it because it seems a bit impolite, but it just happens. Like I cannot have dirt. I can. So oh my God, if you have to have even in traveling, I make sure that I'm clean also. Even it doesn't mean I have to be in rich neighborhoods. Can be in very poor neighborhoods, but they're not. They can be clean. I mean, it doesn't mean they're not clean. It's not the comfort, but it's the cleanliness. It's for me a little bit important.
Yeah.
Um, got a question. Random hit ups on social media. How often does that work out? What does that mean? I don't know. Understand that question. Do you, Susan?
No. Is she talking about like people hitting on each other on
Yeah,
social
hit
media?
up. Yeah, is it social? That's not house six. That's more house three, I think. Yeah, I don't understand what it has to do with.
Yeah, the media is with the communication house.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's more
Okay.
communication, and that is now yeah overwhelmed. Okay, what is Stamboek? Oh, Stamboek. Is it not related to your family tree?
I have no
Because
idea.
it looks a German word. It is like a German word. It's family tree. That's house four. Okay. But okay, about six. So everyone has a different way of working. So Christ says she can work very good with deadlines. That would be something for deadlines. Could be areas can work with deadlines. I think. Um,
See, I don't
uh,
work well under pressure, but if there's like a
no,
crisis
me.
situation, I'm good in that. For some reason,
Yeah.
I'm the
When
one
there is
that'll stay
crisis,
calm
yeah,
and yeah,
me
yeah.
too.
I don't get
That's something
emotional.
typical for lions. I can be like, whoops, 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 and jump from here to there. When there is a crisis, I'm typically calm.
Yep.
I was in the Grand Canyons, and I rented a car with a friend of mine, and then we ended up lost, and there was only one way out, and we have to go very steep down a kind of road, but my car just hardly fit in. And if we did something wrong, we would fall in the cliff.
Oh
And my
wow.
friend said to me, I'm not going to do this. I say, I cannot go back. I have to go through. Yeah, you
Right.
have to do it. So if we die, then it's your responsibility. So okay, we are dead anyhow. Then. So I just drove, and I was really focused on. It worked out, of course, but it was kind of scary moment. But that's when I'm okay. I just have to do it. We'll die or we don't die. It was a thing, and that's I have that in a big crisis. Another time it was in Indonesia. We were with the bus, and and then we went for the bathroom, and I came back, and the bus was gone in the middle of nowhere in a jungle in Indonesia. And I thought, okay, And then my friend, oh, what are you doing? I said, okay. Oh, and I thought, I don't know. And okay, maybe we have to stay here. Okay, I might. I said to her, oh, I make sure I find a man because I don't know how to survive. I was already thinking I need a man, and okay, I will adjust to the tribe where I am. So I was thinking. She said no. She was like screaming. So now what else can we do? We are here trapped on this island, and the bus is gone, and it's only like one in the month a bus is coming there. But
Right.
then because we have Jupiter in house one, the someone I think an angel out of nothing came and he said, "You lost. You lost." So yes, the bus ran off with all our stuff, so we are here with our only with what we have here. Okay, and he had a truck, and he came and he brought us back to the bus, and
Oh,
uh,
wow.
and and on the boat he brought us back to the boat too. So and there were like so many buses and boats, but it was a big, big, big river and he brought us just right to the right place. And our stuff was still in the bus. Nobody touched it, so we were fine. So it was like a miracle.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that's
fun, but
yeah.
yeah, that's the yeah. Then I think okay, I believe in angels. That was the thing.
Yeah.
See, we have a guardian angel. Okay. We got drifted off.
Yeah. We
Wow.
got way off
Okay.
topic.
Okay, that was house eight. We were six. So you, yeah. What else
I
in
worked all
six?
day.
You worked all day, so
Yeah, I
yeah.
worked hard. My back is killing me. I had to move
So
like 1,500 pound pallets today. You have no idea. My legs were on
wow.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm 5'2" and I weigh like 128. I'm not like yeah, that was rough. But yeah, okay, we're here.
Yeah. It's like this. Yeah, that's line. Okay, okay, we go through it and yeah, a little bit sometimes we can be careless, maybe it's not the right word, but we don't want to make too much worry too much because it is no use. But I mean,
Right. What's what we're gonna do? Just do
what's
it,
the
get it
use?
done.
What's gonna do worry about it? Fear
Yeah.
is something else. I can be very frightened, but worry is something different. So, okay. Then we have house seven, the house where everybody is most interested in, and that is, guess what?
Partnerships. Yeah.
Partnership,
Partnerships, marriage. Yeah.
marriage, yes. The love in your life. Um,
And I find it interesting that like house 5 is the romance and
yes.
house 7 is the marriage. And how like wouldn't you think that romance and marriage would go together? But I guess
Yeah.
not, I don't know.
Yeah, romance is like could be. It's not as the relationship is something you commit your somebody you commit your life with somebody else. It's like more a commitment. And house
Right.
five is okay. I'm gonna enjoy a
Play and
romance, and maybe I don't know. Do I want to continue or not? Most of the time it goes together. You fall in love and you enjoy a romance, and then you go for a commitment, but it's not always like that. But normally that's
yeah.
the order. Yes.
Yeah. So even according
And
to astrology, when you get married, the romance is dead. No, I'm kidding.
it could be, yes, romance could be that, yes, yes. But the thing is, yeah, um, a commitment like in India, I would say, and we have a culture that is too much based on romance instead of commitment. It came on that, and that's why people don't learn to relate to each other and things. But like in the East, they say, okay, relationship is very important. I need a commitment. I want to build a family, and that's why they are more focused on with whom can I live, whom is really fitting with me rather than I'm traditional, rather than well, I like that guy or like that woman. They look a little bit deeper. So yeah, Venus in Leo in seventh is wonderful. So they see it different. For them, it's more easy, but for the West, is to combine house romance and relationship and commitment. Sometimes we should find a balance between those two. And Indians say we start with house seven and we end with house five. So they start with the relationship. Maybe they're not really totally in love, but they like each other. And then they start loving each other more and more and they end in love. That's
Right.
that's a better way, they say, than you guys in the West. You fall in love, and when you marry, you divorce. So it's
Well,
yeah,
it's
and then
funny. It's funny.
yeah,
I asked my grandma and grandpa one time because like I thought they had the like best love relationship. I mean, they were married for like 50 something
yeah,
years. And um so the one time my grandmom, I was asking my grandmom, and I'm thinking she's going to tell me this great romantic story. And she was
yeah,
like, he was stable and you just learn to love him. And I'm like, what?
yeah.
That's not
It's
what I
true.
wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my father also came from another village. He saw my mother. I think, oh, she can work well. My father said, she looks good. She's good. I mean, she's that daughter from that family. I know she takes care of all her brothers and her sisters. So I know she can work hard. She can cook very well. Oh, I think that's my girl. That's what my father said. And my mother said, okay, yeah, but yeah, that was different. And now we are a little bit spoiled in that. So there should be a balance between, I mean, you should not marry someone who you really don't like, if you don't feel any kind of affection for it or doesn't feel like, but also I mean, like a difference between like high romance and also realistic. Yeah, how can I live with this person?
Right. Well,
It
because
could be a challenge to, yeah, sorry.
sorry, romance can be like
Yeah,
also like illusions, like
yes.
delusional. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
love
to
and
be
marriage,
in a
yes. Yeah.
partnership, it has to be more reality.
Yes, like that.
Yeah.
But it's nice when you can combine both, actually, nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and like if you have Capricorn in seven, that's you want to have a stable relationship, and you fall on most of the time if you have Capricorn in seven, you have partners mm, more mature or older. Could be older. Older does not mean always mature, but are very mature. It's Saturn, and you want to be. You look for safety, and you look for yeah, stability and a long-lasting relationship. While when you have maybe Sagittarius in seven, they're like, okay, I mean, they like to switch. They love themselves very. I mean, Sagittarius in seven have good confidence in themselves, and they have more relationships most of the time. Aquarius in seven likes to be on their own, or they like a relationship like, okay, I need my space, and I give my partner her space or my or his space, and I'm fine. But don't claim. Cancer needs to be like, oh, you need to be in my, you need to be close to me. You need to be. They want family. They don't like to be separated. Pisces says, okay, they have they have the dream world. Okay, I fantasize about you. I speak to the image I have from you, but I don't know who you are. It could be Pisces, could be totally illusion. Could be
Yeah.
nice romance in your head, but then the person could be totally different
In
than what you
reality.
think he is in
Yeah.
reality. That's a challenge. But anyhow, it's good. Yeah, it's interesting. We can go later on that. So, but yeah, how Susan says more about which partners you are attracted to. So, if you know the houses, then you know. Okay, for me, um, yeah, I have Taurus in seven and Gemini, both. So,
See, this is
and
my life.
okay, yes, both.
All right, Raz.
Yeah, if you have an air sign, and yeah, Aquarius, Pisces, okay, and Gemini. Aquarius is air, Gemini is air too, so they fit together. Fire goes together. Air. The same
Go get me the
signs
box.
go together. But opposite signs also are attractive. Like Leo can also be very much attracted to Aquarius, but that's very difficult to relate with, but can be attractive. But Leo and fire signs most of the time goes easy. But uh, fire is good with earth to have a balance, and air is good with water to have a balance. Although they are conflict, but they make a kind of balance. But the same size is also good. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
I did I had a ex that was an Aquarius and I described it as his air was like a hurricane and then my
Yeah.
fire made like a fire hurricane, so
Oh my
it was
God, must be a
not
wild
good.
relationship.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Air gives more fire. It's
Yeah, I was
true.
like, his air just kept making my fire go, and yeah, it was not. Yeah,
Yeah. That's too much of the good. Yeah.
yeah, no, no, it was not too much of a good thing. It was destructive. That's, yeah,
Oh yeah, that's so. Oh,
the
that's more.
hurricane of
Yeah.
fire. Yeah, no, it was not
Yes.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why Earth calms down fire actually a bit, so they find ease. And fire, yeah, fire boosts Earth. So they're like, okay, Earth gets more a bit more um, vitality because of fire, and fire gets more rest because of Earth. And air can be too much thinking, so water brings in the feelings, the emotions. So that's also balance. Actually, we all in our chart has all those elements, and if they are in balance, it's okay. Courtney is also Gemini, and she loves Aquarius. Yeah, they like its air signs, and then the other
Mhm.
air sign is Libra. Libra is also air sign. But fire likes also Libra. I mean, you can like every sign. It's not, but some signs goes easier with you. If you have, if people come ask me, oh, I am a Scorpio and he's Aries. Oh my God, I don't think it works out. So no, it can work out. Why not? I mean, don't think like that. That's not good
Right.
either.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. And plus, it's not just the actual sign, it's also the planets, and we're people.
Yeah.
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 So,
It's like
yeah.
that. Yeah, and you can work. It's actually very challenging when you have a partner who is totally different from you, and you have to relate with it. And yeah, you have to be master of yourself and don't get too easily triggered. Actually, it's
Right.
good for your training, your mastership. I think it's good for it. It's not easy, but it's good.
I heard
But
some
sometimes,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I heard something before about it's like
yeah,
you have to be your true individual self and be with someone
yes,
who's their true individual self, and then you kind of walk the life
yeah.
path together. Yeah.
Yeah, my exes were all crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It must be Aquarius. Which signs are? I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes partners also so your mirror. I mean, they mirror also a lot. I mean, because you attract a little bit same kind of energy,
Mm.
kind of.
And
But
sometimes you attract what you're seeking.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, all
Oh,
my
my
exes
ex
live.
is live in Texas.
Oh, my exes. I never see them again. They might live next street. I had one boyfriend, and he lived 3 streets further than I am. And when it was finished, I never saw him. It's crazy. I think, how come I never see him anymore? Never. Not in the shop. Never, never, never. Really. It's funny.
Wow.
Only one I see. The others I never see again. Never, never, ever. I don't know why, but it's funny. Very weird, actually. Don't see them
Yeah,
anymore.
especially to live that close.
Yeah, but anyhow, it's okay for me.
It's
Um, then
okay for me. That was great. That was good.
that's very okay for me. I don't need to see them. No. The one I see regularly, and he's very nice, very beautiful, very sweet. It was actually always sweet, and I was very stupid to leave him. But anyhow, that happens. That's very good.
Yeah. Everything's a
So
learning experience.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's true. Okay, later on we can talk more about how planets are related and how we can, yeah, how things works out. So
Yeah.
now we have house 8. That's also quite a difficult house. And house 8 is more the house of, yeah, it's a house of
Transformation.
transformation, death, and birth. So babies, when you have a baby, there must be some change in house 8. When somebody dies, you can see in house 8. When there is a crisis, is also a house 8. And how you deal with hidden problems in yourself. Um, and
Like our and I guess our attitude, or 'cause in my notes I wrote down I wrote down our attitudes towards crisis, change, sexuality, sex, death. Yeah, sexuality is because
Yeah, and
sexuality
control.
doesn't necessarily mean sex.
No,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, it's yeah, most, and also it's also about big money. So it's real estate. People who work with real estate have a big house aid most of the time.
Taxes,
Bankers.
money, taxes,
Yeah,
divorce, alimony, that's all house
yeah,
aid.
all that heritage also. And if you have Venus in eight, then I saw it a few times. Then admire of you, they can just um, give you money for no reason. I saw that with some people. They just get money because they, I know someone, and she has Venus and Jupiter in eight, and she, men, because they're very attractive most of the time for men ask her out, and she can ask whatever she wants, and she gets it. She asks, "Oh, can?" And she doesn't date. I mean, she doesn't date with them, eh? But they give her a car. They give her they give her a car. They give her money for traveling. Everything she gets, and she doesn't. I mean, she said, "I don't want them really for having a partner, but she just go out with them and just that she gets everything from them." That's
Wow.
Venus and Jupiter in eight. So, okay, Cosmia, eight.
Always Courtney.
Yeah, what is your house eight, Courtney? So it must be interesting. Okay, but Gemini, yeah, our house is Gemini eight.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have Gemini eight. Yeah,
yeah,
so Gemini eight means sometimes also two partners. Um, yeah, or in your lifetime, yeah, sometimes it says about two marriages. Gemini has everything in double, so okay.
yeah. And we were
Um,
talking about like almost like like a really bad one that you learn from, and then you get a good one later on. That's
yeah,
more,
like that.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's like that.
So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Like, yeah, like that. That's true. And also with the air sign in eight, it's the very good uh, people, consultants, advice, giving advice in problems. Yeah, psychology. When you have a good house eight, they're very good psychology. They dig deep, they feel deep, and they know how to relate. So that's okay. Yeah, that's house eight. But when a difficult house eight can deal with yeah, people who want like Princess Diane from England. She had a house eight, a very strong house eight, but they deal also with criminality. So she was killed, I think. I mean, she died in an accident, but actually she was killed.
Yeah,
But
me too.
yeah, she had a whole lot of secrets. She had to live with a lot of things she couldn't tell in public, and she was actually threatened with more than once with being killed. It's
Oh
not
wow.
said, yeah. So, and that is when you have a difficult house eight. So yeah. Also, they say it's a house of the serial killers, house eight. But okay, yeah. So anyhow, that's house eight. It's a very challenging house, but if you can transform, you become the best.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
for
Okay.
24 years.
24 years and
You
not
don't need
married.
to get the government involved to get married, Courtney. Just go out in the woods, make them happy.
Okay, okay, then it's house nine. There's
Yeah.
and house nine is actually that's
Okay, Miss. Go on.
yeah,
Higher thinking.
yes, the higher thinking. It's also related to university. It's related to philosophers. It's related to foreign countries. It's related to people, the seekers, people who seek God. That's actually
Yeah.
also house nine. The big seekers in on the world in the world, they seek for the higher. They seek for the actually how you call the being free of the worldly problems. Can also a little bit house nine can
Yeah,
be
belief
when
systems.
yes, your
Like
belief
what you
system.
believe in. Yeah.
Yeah, the religion or whatever you believe in, the visions you have for life, the hope you have for futures, the things you want to do to be a better person in the world. There's also writers have strong house nine, so they publish, they write. It's also house nine because they have a vision and they want to write it down. Like uh, Jonathan Close, I don't remember anymore. Do you have a long, a strong house nine? I don't know, but all related to house nine. And traveling. I'm son in house nine, so I love to travel to discover different
Yeah,
cultures.
didn't I have a strong house 9?
Yes, you too. You too.
Like
You have
Venus,
a big
Saturn.
vision. Yes,
Yeah.
big visions, high ideals, and
Yeah.
open-minded. Open-minded. House nine
Yeah.
is very open-minded. They love to know other people's way of thinking, of living, about everything. Like yeah, if you can, there is one. How do you call if you study not anthropology? Anthropology, like yes. How do you yeah, you're interested in different kind of cultures. You like to meet people from the
Yeah.
east, from the west, from different tribes. That's
I want to know
most
everything.
interesting. Yes, yeah. Also knowledge,
Yeah.
all knowledge about God, about stars, about universe. That's house nine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, that's house nine, and yeah, and I travel a lot. I did travel a lot, so yeah, that's typical. Also house nine, Pisces. Oh, and if you have Moon or Pisces in house nine, you have dreams that predict. But I also have, I have dreams. Some dreams of my, or I have from. I have dreams which, yeah, how do you call dreams that predict the future? How do you call it? I forgot the word.
Premonition.
Yeah, premonition. Sometimes I have that.
Yeah.
So
I've
yeah,
had a couple,
and
and it's scary actually because I've had a couple. I mean, this was years ago, but I had a couple of like end of the world dreams, and it's not,
yeah.
and there, it's always not like what we think it is. Like it's more like people. Actually, it reminds me of today, like people panicking, like not knowing what's going on, running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they were more like that.
Yeah. For me, I have sometimes I don't like them all the times. When my boyfriends were not faithful to me, I dreamed it and I knew which woman it was. I really knew, and I didn't know that woman. I saw that woman, and it's her. I was always right.
Yep.
And I also dream that from other people. I'm always right in that. If people, I know if I see a couple and there is something wrong, and I dream it at night, and most of the time I'm right.
Yeah, you
So
know what's funny? Because I was just thinking about this earlier today. I had a dream and I was like, "You're gonna cheat on me with Diane." And he was like, "What? No, I'm not." And then like 2 weeks later, he cheated on me with Diane. And I knew it.
yeah,
I dreamt it and I freaking knew
yeah,
it.
we know that. Yeah, that's house nine. We know it, and I don't want to know that because what?
Yeah. Yeah, I
I wake
know.
up then, so they're like, really, I'm really not good when I wake up of such a dream. I think, oh my God, I have to, and then I'm a spy. Then I'm gonna look out for it. Uh, Gets funnier each time. So yeah, it's like, and sometimes yeah, I dream from other people too, and sometimes it's yeah, sometimes it's good. Most of the time for other people it's more nice, but for myself I get always those dreams and oh no, I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, what is that? I dream about
W.
EO almost every night.
NWO? I don't know.
Who
End of the
is that?
world. End of the world.
Oh,
So
oh yeah, another world.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm not good with those acronyms. I just, yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. You're right. You should read that back. Yeah. You can create it also, but yeah, and yeah. Anyhow, yeah, another world. Yeah.
End of the world.
The end of the world. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people dream it now. A lot of people. I got people tell me those dreams. I didn't dream it yet, but this night I dreamed I was attacked by a cat. The cat jumped in my throat. And I said, oh my God, that was scary. Um,
Yeah, I probably
oh,
I was probably like, yeah,
maybe you
don't you know?
manifested the cheating by telling him?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. No, but I
I
didn't
know. I
tell.
get worried about that sometimes, like the thoughts in my
Yeah.
head, and then I'm like, let's just not think about it or talk about it because we don't want it to
No, but
happen.
I'm totally unaware. I mean, it's not like that. I'm totally unaware. And then I dream about it. And then I'm getting, yeah, of course, then I'm really, I mean, it works me like that because I don't think like that before. Yeah, when it happened once or two times, and then, yeah, now I would think, oh, I'm not sure, is he faithful? If I have an hour, I would be more cautious. But I was not thinking about he would cheat me or something. But yeah, if you keep thinking that, yeah, it's true. Probably timeline's trippy. Yeah, could be. But yeah, I don't want to dream actually like that. Anyhow, next time, all fake. So
Yeah,
yeah, maybe it's because we are not sure that we dream that too. Could be. It's like a mirroring also. Are we sure about the relationship? Could be
right.
something like that. Yeah. Anyhow, that's house 9. So then house 10 is actually how you represent yourself in the world, in your social position,
Yeah,
your like
career,
your career more,
your
or
reputation, your
your
standing in
reputation.
society. Yeah.
Yes, how they see you in society. Yeah, um, yeah, it's like that. Yeah. Also, are you single? Are you married? It's also how they see you in society. How does society see you? Are you weird like we are, like seekers? So we are not really like people
Now
who
I have
are
no
like,
standing in society.
yeah. I have I have Pluto in 10, so people think I'm living on the edge of how you say, the edge of the society. People think, oh, she doesn't fit in. So
Yeah.
kind of thing like, yeah, and if you have Jupiter and Venus in 10, then you're like a successful person in society. It doesn't mean you're a good, but you could be successful or something. You could, anyhow. But that is how society, which position you represent in society, is 10. Then 11 is our friends. It's the house. House 11 tells about our friends, about organizations, about our commitment to what we
Our
to groups.
aspirations.
Yes, our aspirations. Yes, our hope for the future also. And please, like yeah, 11 is like looking for people at the same level, the same people thinking at the same like you. So like this group, we are
Yeah,
most of the
groups.
kind on the same level. That's a group we feel comfortable in. We can be ourselves. We can laugh. We tell. We're open. So yeah,
So I
that
wrote
is,
down here our true inner purpose and our sense of the group, like humanity, like the
yes,
collective. Yeah.
yes. That is, yeah. That's actually the real, yeah, our love for the, yeah, humanity actually. Yeah, what we do for humanity. It's also house 11. How we relate. Um, yeah, that's house 11. And then there's house 12. That's also a house which is kind of mysterious, but it's a house of spirituality. One, looking for the ultimate liberation from worldly problems, worldly life. You want escape from life, actually. It could be house 12. It is from the sage who lives in the mountains in Himalaya, who has no contact with with the world, could be as an example. Um,
Like the growth of your soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you need to do? What is my obstacles in my growth? So if you have lion in house 12, for example, the obstacle could be my proud, my ego, something like that, or like too much, yeah, um, not
Um,
being able, yeah,
oh no, go ahead.
yeah, like yeah, proud and vanity. That's sometimes lion, the negative signs of lion, and that could be a problem to just surrender yourself to the higher one. So you have to leave your ego, you have to leave your emotions, you have to, yeah, you have to raise all above, like to the spirit, like we say. That's like we seek for God, and we have to seek beyond our idea of God. So we have to all erase that and be totally open for the, yeah, for actually the divine energy. And that's not what we think, and that's the thing, because we think, okay, I mean, our thinking is the biggest obstacle in actually uniting with the divine, because the divine is just an energy we have to receive. It's love, and it's not the idea we have of love. It's different. It's, yeah, and that
And
is
I
house 12. Yeah.
wrote down like secrets and
Yes.
privacy, like
Secrets also.
it's almost like your hidden inner work.
Yes. You hid it in the
Yeah.
work, and also, yeah, also secrets in the family. So if things are unsolved in the family and they repeat themselves every time again and again in the next generation, you can see that in house 12. For example, moon in house 12, now I give an example, could be a mom who had a really difficult life, who couldn't bear life, and she was most of the time um, yes, sick or away in for yeah, to get healthy. So, but the child doesn't so miss the contact of the mommy, and so it's something missing also. And in when son of of that mother, who the son never sees, he will likely marry women who will be the same as the mom, or the
Okay.
daughter will become the same as the mom, and you can see that in house 12. But the thing is, if you're aware of it, you don't need to repeat it. You have to be aware
Right.
kind of patterns.
Well, and so just repeating cycles, right? And it's just like with what's happening now and the different alignments, we know those cycles repeat, and there's always like I can't uh specify, I don't know, I can't point out how important this is that we are seriously going through a restructuring of our society. Like it really is being, I mean, you can see it with the mask just alone.
Yeah,
We are totally going through a society change where our world is going to look different. And
yeah,
it's just like with the family, if you don't break the cycle, it,
yeah,
it'll just repeat over and over again.
yeah, yeah,
And so it's the same with that, with the society level. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
same.
I have no
Society
idea.
repeats everything again and again, like always.
Right.
L'histoire se répète. The history always repeats, and that has to be transformed.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I
Or
don't
you
have,
cannot go to the other dimension. I think it's like on personal level, you have to be transformed to on a higher level. You have to leave. We have to leave our petty problems, our petty jealousies, our petty greediness, all those things which brings us down. We have to totally leave it. I mean, and transform above it, and see the higher picture. And
well,
also as society, yeah.
yeah, well, and like I know the term collective conscious keeps going around, and sovereignty and things like that. And then Ty last night was Ty and Hunter were talking about being your authentic self. And I think that's so it's just my opinion, but I think that that's part of how we reach that higher collective consciousness, right?
Yes.
Because it says, might take me a minute to find it. I don't know, but
You're
so
welcome.
it does say in the Hermetica, like, so everything, we all humans have the same basic form, right? So we can recognize, we're human, but each and every one of us is unique. So we were specifically designed for a purpose. And I think by us actually respecting that, we don't have to like each individual. We don't have to agree with each individual, but we have to kind of, I guess, respect that that person is who they are supposed to be. And I am who am I supposed to be. And when you reach that true, authentic self, that's how collectively we
Yes.
reach the higher consciousness by
Yeah.
actually being who we are supposed to be
Yeah.
without bending or faltering. I mean, it, of course, like to get along, you bend in here and there, but I mean, without sacrificing a part of who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we have to be first our authentic self before we can change the society. I
Right.
think it's very important. And also, I think like said, hate is like in the talk this morning is a lack of love, and I think also because people who hate they're desperately for love. I mean that's what I thought. I think they really need. They're desperately for love. They don't want to hate. I don't think people want to hate, but hate is a very hard. I mean, it's a torture. I think to hate. I mean, when people hate, must be torture for themselves. So, but they're actually desperate for love, and I think that's yeah, the world is desperate for love anyhow. But you need to transform those lower feelings, I think, of emotions, and that only can happen when you learn to trust, actually trust again in yourself and in actually in God, actually also. I mean, that's what I believe. If you trust in God, then you know everything what you need will be provided. I
Right.
mean, kind of, yeah, maybe I don't explain it. Yeah, I think so because you're then you I mean when your energy is high, everything what you need is in your environment. When you're really feeling good, and I think, okay, you think about something and it's there. Like you think, okay, actually I want a piece of chocolate, and then somebody brings the chocolate. So that things happens when you really trust in a good mood, and you love yourself. You're feeling very good. Your vibes are high, and everything is in tune with the universe. And that's only when you're in high
Right.
vibrations, I think.
And it's like when you're actually being you without thinking about,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
how to act. You're just being you,
Yeah.
and you're happy and things are just going smooth. It does seem like more things work out. And when you're
Yes.
like miserable and sad, and that's when it seems like things just keep happening, and oh God, here
Yeah.
comes another thing. Yeah.
And your ego comes in to say, oh, it doesn't work out. No, I really want it. I really want it. It's like some, yeah. And I know when I used, I mean, shopping, and I wanted to find something in a specific color, and I was just trusting. Okay, I find it. I always find it. Like I have this skirt, and I like a kind of blouse in that color, and a very difficult color. I think, oh, you will never find it, but I do find it when I trust. When I don't trust, I don't. And
Right.
we have sometimes the days everything works out, and other days nothing works out. Yeah, of course, because we still balance from one mood to another. But yeah, we should be able then, yeah, to transform those little lower feelings, actually, not
Right.
to suppress them, because I mean when you have them, you have them. You just look at it and witness it, but don't act like them. I think that's the difference. But people say, yeah, but you cannot act all the time positive. It's true, but when you feel like, oh my God, I want to beat that person, you can feel that, but you're not going to do it. I mean, like,
Right.
okay, it's you don't do it. You can just witness. Okay, why do I have that feeling? And you have to go, yeah, above it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
no, you're not going to be positive all the time.
no,
Like I would say for the most part, I'm pretty positive, easygoing. But just like today with, you know, everything that happened
yeah,
with work in the bank, it was like, oh, aggravation, you know what I mean? And you
yeah,
can actually physically, I think when you start becoming more in tune, like I can physically feel the changes in my body when I'm not
yes,
right. You know what I mean? When I'm in an angry place, or
yeah,
you know, and I don't like it. Like I can feel that like I'm not me. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah. And it's okay to have those feelings and process them, and, you know, work through
yeah,
them. But yeah, I don't like being in that state. Like I can physically
me
feel the
neither.
change in me. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
don't like it.
yeah. And when I'm aware, I try to, when about the feeling, no, I don't like to feel like that. I try to manifest the opposite feeling. Say, no,
Hmm.
no, I don't need to be like this. I don't need to. No reason to be like this. You try to be like that. I mean, I
Right.
try to manifest. I'm trying to be aware about. Okay, no, I don't need to be like this. It's this. It's disturbing me. I don't feel good. It doesn't make me be better. So I'm trying another way. I'm trying to, yeah, to take another path. That's what I'm trying to do when I really am actually annoyed with myself. So, but
And like,
sometimes,
and
yeah,
I think too that a lot of, you know, like if you like to paint, like for me, it's nature and the stars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like those feelings kind of just process themselves on their own. When, like,
Yeah.
if I go for a hike, it just processes out. It's almost like whatever the universe, God, nature, whatever. It's almost like it literally talks to you and helps you work through that.
Yeah,
I
you
guess,
just need to see it, yeah, and to
yeah,
yeah, if
yeah,
it's true.
and
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of absorbs it away from you. So.
Yeah. Last week was a good week for me, dropped at least 6 bombs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
dropped
we
a
have
whole
that
bunch
week.
today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I could. Yeah. And I know what right if I really think, oh no, I need to go for a hike, and then I'm going for a hike, and then I come back, and I believe, okay, I'm here. I cannot change the situation. I can change my um, attitude towards the situation, because I was thinking, okay, I want to move, and it was not so nice, and now we had the fights and here and this. So, but then I thought, if you're always moving from the things you need to face, I mean, no place will be good. Thinking, no, I have to change my attitude, and
Yep.
then things around will be more in harmony. That's the thing. Actually, you have to change. Always have to change within yourself before, and then environment change. I think I believe that also.
Oh yeah.
On Yeah, on worldly level, it's more difficult with what's now going on. But anyhow, yeah, everything is escalating for sure.
Well, that's why, like, I always say your small personal world, because
Yeah,
like the world is really crazy right now, but if you can just have a small, like, take care of your small personal world, your friends, and it's stuff that brings you joy and peace and calmness, it's going to, even though it doesn't seem like much, it will help you through these times. It's going,
yes,
even if you get put in a really bad situation, you have that already, like, built up inside you, of that peace, of that calm,
yeah.
to help you through
Mhm. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that, because I know a lot of times too, I would always, I want to say, like, I would always look for something outside of myself to make me feel better. Like, if I had
yeah,
a better house, or if I had a better job,
yeah.
or
It's true.
I would be happy. But and it's funny, because when I literally lost, like, pretty much all the material things, and that's when I actually found like, I had nothing left to make me feel good but myself.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And that's when I kind of found myself and was like, you know what? It's okay. I'm all right, and I think,
Yeah.
yeah, more people need to realize that, like, it doesn't matter what you have. That's not what is going to make you happy and get
Yeah.
you to know yourself. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you have to be you have to create that inner environment in yourself, that, yeah, peace, and that will attract the right environment. And so somebody said, yeah, be happy, and the things that make you happy will come to you. It's
Yeah.
not otherwise. So like, if you, let's, like with marriage too, be have an inner peace, and yeah, it merges within, like the feminine and the masculine has to be in balance, and then it mirrors it outside also. When you're inside in balance, then you meet the partner outside too, something like that.
Right.
I mean, Jonathan said something beautiful about it in his stuff, but it's like, yeah, the feminine and the masculine needs each other. So when they're in balance, then you see them outside too, because like actually, women need the man to express themselves, my guru said. So I mean, guru is most of the time, like, she's sometimes she can be really a little bit like the women from these times, but she said, women absolutely should not be like men. Doesn't mean they can't be independent. It's different, but women, their femininity, women can express more better the feminine
Femininity.
quality. Yeah, oh my gosh. When they have a partner, and of course with the family too, because that is what they actually in core are.
Right.
And if like in Western society, everything is so screwed up. So people are divorced, people are alone, they look for partners. Everybody is seeking for a partner. And she said, you should really try again. We first become women and men become men again. And then again, it will work out better, she said. And I think, yeah, I believe it. She said, no, you need both. It's like a car. You need the right wheel and the left wheel. You cannot, otherwise the car will go like this or like that. So you need both wheels to. For a society, it's very important. She said, like the basic of a good society is when relationships are working fine. She said, I
Right.
mean, that's, and I think, yeah, there is something into it when everybody is happy. Like we talk in the morning talk, like Triar says, no need that there is no need for, yeah, then everybody is no need for water, there is no need for nothing. So, of course, and that's love when everybody has love in themselves and fine, and it comes also, then the environment is love too. So, I think, yeah, I mean, that's, and I think, okay, yeah, you need to be in balance, balance, balance.
Well,
Anyhow,
and it's also like how uh we're physical reality beings, and but we're also spiritual, ethereal
yes,
beings. So it's just like the masculine and feminine. The feminine, the masculine reminds me of the more physical, the more on earth based doing things, and
yeah,
the feminine reminds me of the more ethereal and the
yes,
the spiritual, and then
yeah.
together
It's the inspiration for the man. Because what did
create a
they
happy
say? There is an expression, I think, like behind every great man is a
good
strong.
woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's like that. It's also when, like in the story from King Arthur. King Arthur was like a kingdom, and he protected his kingdom against his enemy, and he was a good king. I mean, he seemed to be really be I mean, a good king. But when his wife Guinevere was with Lancelot or something, yeah,
It
I
destroyed
think
him.
a bit later the king, yeah, he got killed. I mean, the kingdom fell down because
Right.
the power was out of balance. So they lost. I mean, they lose their power. Actually, the power behind the man is always the woman, but the woman needs the man because the woman is more fragile. I mean, for protecting
Right.
themselves, for surviving. So, and these are both good qualities, and then they're both equal, but they're not the same. So it's
Right.
like, yeah, okay, stopping. And says, oh, somebody didn't agree. Yeah, could be, but anyhow, that's my
Okay,
idea.
wait. Because I know we're gonna have to wrap up on all too, but I gotta grab my charger, or my computer's gonna die. So I have to leave you by yourself, so you can feel what I felt today.
Oh my God. Okay, you go. Okay. Anyhow, there were the 12 houses. I can see if I can add something to it. Oh yeah, 12 is also visions. People who have visions, it belongs to house 12. Dreams, the unconscious. Actually, Jung, if everybody probably is familiar with Jung, had son. Yeah, he had his son in house 12. So he had a very great knowledge about the unconscious, the collective unconscious. And he made very beautiful, I mean,
No.
he wrote very beautiful books. And the synchronity, symbolic language. People who have great house 12 can read languages like shamans, like healers. They have a lot with house 12 and they relate to other worlds more easily if they have a big house 12. So,
I have a big house
and
12.
yeah, yeah, true. Negative, I mean, more unlucky, it's people who are losing themselves in illusions like drug addiction, drunken, alcoholic people, or actually homeless people. They probably have a lot related to house 12. They're totally out of society. They're totally isolated. They're in prison. And prison is also house 12. So they're lost in life. So people who are totally lost in life, they must have kind of a big relationship with house 12. So, but then being lost in life, the opposite is totally dissolved in universe actually. Yeah, can be positive, can be negative. So actually, this is actually short what we said about the different houses. So anyhow, that is
Yeah, and we went off topic a lot, but I think
yeah,
it's okay.
yeah. Karma is also house 12. You
Yeah,
can see that if you yeah, you can see that also karma. Yeah. Hmm.
someone's stance is on fire. Or my
Yeah,
pants on fire?
yeah, I don't know. I didn't follow the. Sometimes I
Yeah,
pick some comments, but not. I mean, not, I'm not so like familiar. Then because I
yeah,
lose my.
no. Yeah,
Uh,
and hopefully I'll figure this out this weekend. I'm gonna try because I have off like 4 days.
yeah, and yeah, you have something more. You find new stuff, Susan, say about history and about astrology. So maybe it's nice if you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, what to do that next time or now?
If you have, if it's long, yeah, maybe it's long enough. I mean, if people have, maybe if people have questions, they can, and we can do that maybe next time. Then whatever.
Yeah,
What? So then maybe if people have questions over some houses of some, if they know their chart, then we can maybe, yeah, answer some questions. That's all. Yeah. People, when you have self-respect, they treat you accordingly. Yes.
yeah. But I think that's
Um,
also hard for like empaths because it's almost like you can feel other person's pain
mhm.
and
Yeah.
but you can
That's
also
house 12,
see
yeah,
the
too.
good, right? And you can also see the good. So it's kind of like you want to push them towards, but you have to learn when to, know enough is enough and
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah, it's true. Uh, okay, that's yeah the different kind of houses, and yeah, I think yeah society is in yeah now actually in general when we talked last year last time was about house 10 like all everything is going to collapse anyhow
yeah,
with that all the structures are dissolving Neptune dissolving it's falling apart. That's also Neptune, eh? Like
yeah.
everything, it's like rotten, rot and fungus is also Neptune. So everything falls apart.
Yeah, and
And
I think over the next couple months, like I mean, we all talk about like, all the powerful torpedoes and stuff like that, but I think some really nasty truths about our world are going to be revealed. But
yeah,
I
for
also
sure.
think, yeah, and I also think that like but I also think that things are going to become really more restricted on a level that I mean, like I can see it. I don't know why. I don't know why like
Yeah,
millions of us aren't out there like, no, this ain't happening
yeah,
no more. But because I can see what's coming. But yeah, I think it's going to get very like restrictive,
yeah,
like crazy restrictive.
yeah.
Yeah, and but
I think so also. But on the
yeah,
positive side, someone
but
told me, yeah,
oh, go ahead, you go.
yeah. So it's gonna be rough. But about 5G and the chip thing, somebody told me there will be meteors. They will crush. It seems that she told. I mean, someone told all the. But like Tesla sent all those satellites in the sky for 5G. They will be totally crushed by meteors. Jupiter will do that.
Yeah, well,
And I
so,
believe that. I said because I felt and I felt it. It felt so much true. Okay, so we don't actually. I don't think it will go so far, but I mean, I believe it because I want to be positive too. But she came with that idea from no. She was. I mean, she believed. I think the goddess will just send the satellites will be crushed by meteors. And when she said that, I felt like, wow, this is true. It felt like totally true. So I believe
right.
that. I hope so too. Anyhow,
Well, well, also too, like we were talking about the ages, right? So like the age of Aquarius is about 2000 years, 2500 years, the age of Leo is 2500
yeah,
years, whatever. So that's the precession of the equinox, what it takes because the earth spins, but it kind of rotates when it spins so that it creates a circle also. And like a smaller circle, but it takes a longer time to do the 2000 years. So now, I mean, it kind of sucks because it wiped out a lot of people, but the
yeah, yeah,
younger
true.
Dryas happened during the summer solstice of the equinoxes, which was the age of Leo, right? That was the
Yeah.
younger Dryas. And when it wiped out, and then your 7,000 years ago happened with the end of the Neolithic period. And a new society, new form of human civilization coming
Yeah.
on the planet. So now going into Aquarius, we are going into the winter
Yes.
equinox,
Oh, yes, true.
winter
We're going.
solstice. Yeah.
Yes, true.
And
Ah, next year.
so for some reason, when we're in the winter and summer solstices of that precession, the equinox, meteors pick up. We do see more meteor activity during
Yes,
those
true.
time periods. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It is. And I think the time 7,000 years ago, it went from hunting society to agriculture, you said, huh? So
Yeah.
it's more like, could be, I don't know, peaceful transformation or not. I don't know, because maybe some people didn't want it. And I said, no, I don't like to be a farmer. I don't know. But probably more peaceful than now, probably.
Now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is more,
Yeah. And I
okay.
feel like it's almost a technological,
Yeah,
almost like it might even be like a DNA upgrade kind of
yeah, yeah,
transformation period.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
I just
And
don't want the DNA upgrade to be in the hands of a few billionaire psychopaths. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah, okay.
want us to
Uh,
have a say, which Aquarius is the rebel.
yeah,
So
yeah, it
that's
is
all we got
true.
to do.
Alien invasion. Yeah, could be because Aquarius is also it's out of the box alien invasion. Could be something from outside because the people. The one girl, she's a farmer. She lives in Belgium. A very simple girl, and she said she dreamed that all people were fleeing in the forests because
Mm,
how things were coming out of the sky. So I think it's the Blue Beam project. I'm quite sure it might really happen. I
yeah,
think. I
I
don't
don't
know, but
know.
I am some. Yeah,
I'm
I
hoping if
think.
aliens come, they're
And me too.
uh, we we don't believe in this lower war crap. You know what I mean? So get
Yeah.
yourselves together and help us. Like I think so this is just my opinion too. I think it's going to be more like the human restriction and government control, and if there
Yeah.
are aliens, it'll be to either help rebuild or
Yeah, I think so too.
or like
Mhm.
kind of separate the evil from the not evil, I guess you could
Yeah.
say.
If
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I like actually um, I like actually Stephen Greer about the aliens. He has contact with them, so I mean, but they don't interfere if we don't rise in a higher consciousness.
Right.
So it's yeah,
And I think we are. And like like the laws of polarity, force creates resistance, right? So,
yes,
and sometimes like, because I know I can be hard-headed and have to make the same mistake a couple of times before I
yeah,
learn from it. So I think if they do start getting way crazy with the restrictions, more and more people are going to be like, okay, this is crap.
hmm
More it'll force more people to resist.
yeah.
So yeah.
It is and will be for end December. I mean, then is Saturn in Aquarius, making square with Uranus. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be, yeah, and maybe that could be also because,
And
yeah,
then and
it
doesn't
could
it
also yeah,
I'm sorry, doesn't it like hit Mars too? Like a square to Mars
yeah.
or yeah.
And it can both. It can be rebellion, but it can also coming out of the sky. I think so. It's all every level, every level. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But Taurus is also, I mean, it's the Mother Earth, so we should learn how to, I mean, how to, yeah, find food in forest, herbs and roots. Because in a forest there's so much to eat. I have no idea what there is
Yeah.
so much to eat actually,
Oh yeah.
but we don't know. We don't know. I mean, shark.
Sharknado. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's gonna be crazy.
um, fall will be fall time. Yeah, could be.
Zombie
Yeah,
murder
the
hornets.
mother
Zika.
Zika from Opium.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people really realize like because even me, like, I don't want to be scared,
Yeah.
but like,
Me neither. I will be scared for sure.
yeah, I know.
I'm not.
I'm
I
already
won't be.
like, oh man, I know what's coming. I don't want
Yeah,
to do
no.
this.
Yeah, no. I was thinking about I want to move, but say, I don't think so. I don't want to go near a town anyhow. Here I
No.
have a garden, we have food, and I'm just gonna buy a lot of rice and a lot of beans, and yeah, and even if people come, they can have some. I mean, you share. I mean, you have to share food anyhow. But if I see if people are fleeing in the forest, then I think, my God, what's gonna fall out of the
The sky is falling.
the
Yeah.
sky is falling, literally. Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know, but if we know about the Blue Bee project, then I'm not so frightened. Actually, I mean, I will be frightened again. Probably, I will be, but we might. I mean, we might see through it. I think they will find out anyhow. But I
and
don't know.
like, because I'm really into Egypt, and
Yeah,
so and this is my favorite version of heaven. So this is the one I'm choosing to believe in. um,
yeah,
so like, you go to the halls of Amenti and you meet all the gods, and I'll get to meet Thoth, which I like am obsessed with. So that's cool. And then I get to travel down the Milky Way to my next life. Like, that's awesome.
okay,
I want to touch a star. I want to see what it feels like to be up there. So, I
yeah.
try
Buckle
not
up.
to be afraid of it, but
Yeah,
um I really do believe that, like this is gonna suck, but
yeah.
it's gonna be awesome after. So even if I
It's
don't
gonna be
see
for
it,
the
I get to
best.
come back at some point and experience it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and after
you
that,
know,
it's the golden age. You will be reborn. If you want to be reborn again on earth, it will be fantastic. It will be, you're gonna enjoy it. I mean, my guru says you're gonna go to a very, very pretty rough time. But if you die, don't worry. You have to come back. You don't need to, but you have to. I mean, you have a very enjoyable time. You have
yeah.
to. So whatever you, if we do our best, of course. I don't know if we are screwing it up or if we make it worse. I don't know. But like if you give your life for the best, you can come. I mean, I think you can come back with the golden age and then more evolved. It's going to be a wonderful time. Yeah, and they will have horns and the
No, no,
bifurcated
I'm gonna
tail.
be like, what did you mean by this? I
Oh,
have
yeah, okay.
questions.
Okay, yeah, anyhow, yeah. Yeah, we have to, but we have to stay. The only thing is, yeah,
I just want to come back
we,
taller.
yeah. I just want to get back taller. Okay,
Yeah.
no, well, no. Anyhow, yeah, no, I want to come back when everybody is in harmony and there is a beautiful, I want, like Garden of Eden, like,
Yeah.
so I want to come back, yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
And
And I want to,
no, go ahead.
and I think also then all karmas are more like it's they're finished. So people will meet the right partner. That's what I think. Yeah, just an imagination. People will meet the right partner. They will have the they will have the kids, and they work out, of course, systems of good education. I mean, it's also still learning still, but there is not a trouble and not the pain anymore from the age before. I think. I mean, that's what I believe, and and you just build up a new world with all your creativity and all and everything you have to offer.
And like, we were talking about dreams, and this was like more of a, I guess, a symbolic dream that I had, and this was back in January. So when everything with the virus and stuff started, but I had a dream that I was like, there was definitely druids there, and I was in like um almost like the Stonehenge type thing, and I was laying down and I wasn't scared, but there was fire everywhere, right? And everything was on fire, and that's all I could really see was fire in the druids' faces. And I kept hearing uh the suffering leads to transformation. I kept
Yeah,
hearing that over and over. And then all of a sudden it was like I was astral projecting and flying over the earth, and everything was so green and beautiful, and there was like running water, and It
Oh,
smelled,
wow.
I can't even tell you how great it smelled. It smelled awesome. And
Wow.
like fresh and clean, and like, I don't know, it was just
Yeah.
great. And for some reason that happened in January. So I always take it
Wow.
as like a symbolic dream that, you know,
New
things are
Year.
going to burn but
Yeah. Yeah,
afterwards it's going
probably.
to be
Yeah.
beautiful and green
Yeah.
and clean. And yeah.
Yeah. And good and
So
evil through evil transform in another, because evil, I think, like there is no good or evil. There's different, yeah, circumstances, but everything will be transformed. I think karma doesn't need to be. It stops then after this age because it will be burned, and people
yeah.
choose then. Will you go? Are you ready for another dimension? Uh, yeah, yeah. Anything else that, yeah, that in us that inhibit growth and transformation? Yes. Yes, the lack not to want to transform is kind of, yeah, you can say is evil, not to want to transform, not going, not evolving. Uh, Wolfgang is flowering again up and smells good here.
Well,
Yeah, if in, yeah, yeah,
I'm sorry.
because,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
So everything, we evolve and evolve, evolve, and if you don't want to evolve anymore, then you stop actually, yeah, yeah, the evolution, and that's, yeah, I
And
think.
uh now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, and in the Hermetica it says that so each individual after death, each individual is brought back to a realm of which suits their soul, right? So
Oh
if
yeah,
you really are evil, like, because you know how they have that multiple earth theory, and so I
yes,
was thinking like maybe there are higher levels of earth that are more like golden ages and gardens of
yeah,
Eden.
like
And
that. Yeah, that one. That was in the Earth and the North Pole. That civilization where Admiral Byrd. How was his
oh
name?
yeah, Admiral
Yeah,
Byrd.
Admiral Byrd. Oh, I want to go to that
Yeah. Civilization.
civilization. But I have to be
Yeah,
on that level. I would really love to go there.
yeah. Well, that's
Uh,
what, like the Pleiades, and we talk about that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
maybe it, like I guess the more you start reaching those levels, you can kind of once in a while interact with them, or even, through psychedelics or something. But
yeah,
I, and then
yeah, inner Earth. Yeah.
yeah, and then we talk about the Kundalini and the chakras, and
Mhm.
in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, it talks about climbing a ladder to ascension. And I'm thinking, like, it's just like my mind or whatever, but
I feel
maybe,
when you talk like that, it's very like I feel the vibrations around me. So it means it's
oh,
true. I mean, that's what I feel. That's how I do. If there is really some truth bomb, then I feel my energy is going like, whoa, it's dancing on my head.
oh,
I feel that.
awesome.
That's good. Yes. So I should.
but yeah, so then, maybe if you are an evil person, you come back to this 3D realm or even a 2D realm, which could be worse. And if so like you're climbing the ladder of ascension. So maybe like after this life, I make it to 5D or 6D, but eventually you climb the ladder to achieve godliness.
Yes,
That's what it
actually
says
the
in the
goal.
text.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
So,
like some, yeah, because
oh,
there is a sage, like in a writer in the Vedas, I don't know, um, and he was a thief and a murderer and a raper, but he transformed totally, and he became a holy man, totally. So he can totally transform. So those people, and I think he wrote a Ramayana. It was Valmiki. So they can totally transform. So even if the evil people here, um, if they're totally transformed,
right.
because they have a lot of power, and if they use the power for the good, I mean, can become like this. It doesn't take much time because people listen to those people.
Right. And that's one of the things that makes us so special is that, like, we have mind. We can use our transform our thoughts,
Yeah.
and we can change from every second.
Yes.
We can always constantly evolve, and which
Yeah.
animals are more restricted to their nature. And that's why we say
Mhm.
human nature, but human nature is to evolve, is to use our
Yeah.
mind for the better. It's
Yes.
it's not to be
Yeah.
control, and I got money. It's not what
Yeah,
we're.
true. Yeah. Money has
Yeah,
nothing to do with evolution, with progress.
nothing at
Nothing.
all.
Nothing at
No.
all. No. And yeah, that's India is amazing. Here I have the Bhagavad. I'm just reading the Bhagavad. It's from Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. That's like the Mahabharata, pieces of the Mahabharata. Very beautiful to read about wisdom. It's very nice. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's time, baby. Yeah, we have to go.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, we are
Sorry.
keeping. Oh, okay.
Oh no, it's okay. Everything's okay.
I love
Yeah, it's
money.
my son. Can I
I
have?
love money. I love money. Yeah, we all love money because, yeah, but it's a thing. Yeah, it's mm,
I know, and I try
yeah,
not to hate money because supposedly if you hate it, you're not going to attract it. But
no,
it really rubs me the wrong way. I feel like it causes so many problems, and it's not
yes,
even like real. It's not.
yeah,
It only has value because we believe it does.
yes,
And
yes.
so we
That
talk
that's just
about belief.
paper. Yeah,
That's the power of
mm,
belief. We believe that piece of
yeah,
paper can
yeah,
control and
yes,
affect our whole lives, and we
yeah.
feed
But
it
yeah,
that
true.
energy. Yeah. And
Yeah,
if we can feed it that energy, would it
yeah.
still exist?
Yeah, it was Bhagavad Gita. It was like that. See, oh my God, my talking. Yeah, it's true if we believe that. And I only value, I think, and also metals. I mean, can be beautiful. I like jewels. I actually like jewels, but like gold and silver. But they're still metals. I can't eat them. I think I have also things in Taurus. No, I need to be sure that I can eat. It's a bit more valuable. I need eat. I need a house. I need handy. Yeah, I don't know. Don't give me gold and silver. What can I do if there is no food? What can you do with silver and gold? Nothing. Because
Right.
people say you have to buy gold and silver now, but why? If nobody
Right.
makes food, nobody does the grow food, what's the use of it? You can give
Right.
me 5 million gold, but I need food.
Yeah.
I need food.
Yeah. A couple packets of seeds are more valuable
Yeah,
than yeah. Yeah. It's
yeah. So
just
that's it.
crazy.
Ah, it's crazy. Why are you investing in those things? I can't understand. No, invest in land, in agriculture. Invest in those things.
Yeah.
It's the only thing what is valuable now. Most valuable, not in
And it's
gold. And
always
it's
been most valuable.
actually it
And
is.
yeah, always. It's even air. Like people are
Yeah,
always like,
even
"Oh, you
there.
need food, shelter, and water." No, we can only survive like 5 to 10 minutes without air. Air's actually
Yeah,
the first thing we need, and now we're wearing masks every day. I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
yeah.
This world is
It's
going
crazy.
nuts. Yeah,
It's totally crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, money is not evil in itself because it's the paper, but the people make it evil. Yeah, it's
right.
kind
It's a
of
form of control. It's something
yeah,
they
it's a
use
form
to
of
control.
control.
Yeah, and
Anyhow, like Jesus, he was the only time he got like super angry was at a temple where they were trading with money. And
yep,
then my guru also says that was the only time it was good that he was very angry because um, yeah, because money is really, she said, you need skills, you need love, you need everything. If you make a lot of money, it doesn't mean anything when you die. Your soul has become like this small. You may have like yeah, tons of money. There is some description also in Vedas how it looks like in afterlife when you're like super greedy. And I mean, something it looks like when you're in where all there's all snakes and all like really money and so, and you cannot escape or something like that. So they're like descriptions. I don't know if it's really like that. Oh, I can read something out of a book about how it looks like in afterlife according to your level. Uh,
yeah, it is dark magic.
yeah, and it's really, yeah, it's dark magic, and yeah, it's really not good. It's really not good because it does only really worse. Like that's why money is dirty. There is no good money anymore.
No, no, there's
Uh,
not. I mean, if you set up a system, I guess you could set up a system, but I just think
yeah,
if people had their own land and, some people wouldn't like to farm, but they would like to draw or make jewelry,
Yeah,
or
true.
and then
Everybody
you
has a different.
trade things. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. I think it's going to be again like that, and like the modern technology that will be like that too, and that would be
Yeah.
amazing. I think that's
Yeah.
Aquarius too, in a good way. We use the technology for the benevolence of the people and not otherwise. Yeah, yeah. Evil only exists in consciousness. That's why, yeah, if you're in a higher consciousness, you're not worried about worldly problems. You see everywhere beauty and joy, and everything is in tune. And even in this time, samsara, yeah, is freedom. So I think we have to be, yeah, try to be very loving and peaceful, even in bad times, because that only can raise whole humanity higher. So, and yeah,
Yeah. And I think
just
too
trade.
that we should like try to appreciate the little things. Like um I know it's stressful, and you have bills to pay and work and this to do and that to do, but you can find something beautiful, even if it's just a flower or the
Yeah,
sky, or you can find something beautiful every day. you
yeah,
know
it's true. Actually,
yeah.
yeah, every day. Yeah, actually, I had a counselor of somebody. Yeah, I went with a group a long time ago, and we did some, yeah, growing together, we call it. But it was very wise woman, a very wise woman, and she said, if people are here very depressed, you write every day three things which you enjoyed. Three things. You start with one thing if you're super depressed. Then you make two, and then you make three. And after like a month, you find a lot of things which is actually very nice.
Yeah.
So you have to train, exactly being a master of yourself. Don't let your emotions run away with you. Don't let your mind run away with you. So you have to avoid excessive emotions and excessive thinking, but and so be inspired. Um, yeah, I think, yeah, so that you can come in a kind of a balance from, yeah, that your intuition. If you have the marriage between emotion and thinking, the intellect, uh, then you have intuition, because then you're nicely, like, here is emotion, there is thinking, and you bring them nicely together and you rise high. Then inspiration comes from here, from up, not from this person or
Yeah.
that person. It comes totally from higher then, and then
Yeah.
it's independent.
Yeah, and it's like when you're in emotion, you'll act, like react, and
Yeah,
not make a good choice. And if you're thinking, you're thinking it too much, and you're not going to make
yes,
a good choice. But if you try to
yes,
have a balance, that's when you.
yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
two
So
hours?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 hours. Oh, it's long. Okay. Yeah, it's like this the river. I think somebody, yeah, she was, I have a friend, and she's so much in love with someone, and she tries to control it. Say no, you have to let it flow. The river where it flows, it makes beautiful roundabouts and nice, how you call it? When it goes like this, it's like moving in very beautiful corners, and
Right.
you meet so much beautiful things. But if you try to make the river straight, you miss so much. So you don't have to
Right.
know the outcome, don't control the outcome, just enjoy the path. It's like
Right.
Taoism, and let the stream follow where it wants to go, and don't make a canal about of a river. It always
Right.
goes to the sea anyhow.
Yeah,
All,
I
yeah,
wish I had it, but Alan Watts does a great quote about the flow of life, and
yeah,
that's, you're not here to make
yeah,
it
in
this
and
or
out
make
with
it
you.
that. It's just to flow with it and
Yeah,
enjoy it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's true. We should enjoy every moment and be alert when we are triggered by something. When I think whenever we are triggered, I mean by big evil, we should be triggered. I mean, if you're not triggered by big evil, it's
Right.
crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
what's happening? I don't understand what's happening with all the pedals there. Yeah, I don't know. For me, they can disappear in one moment.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. So I don't. Yeah, I really know. I can. Yeah. I have to. You have to surrender that, because I don't understand those kind of people anyhow. But it's too much. Yeah, it's too much pain when children has to suffer too much anyhow. Then I'm. Yeah. No, that's too much. That's really too much. But anyhow, we can create. we still can create our little world peaceful, and then more bigger. That's the first thing.
Right.
Humble, we start humble, we enjoy, and yeah, we try
Well,
to control. Yeah,
any big changes start with the little changes first.
yes,
You
yeah,
don't, you know what I mean?
yeah,
You can't just fix a big, huge problem. Like I'm jumping right in. You have to, like if your
yeah,
water pipe bursts, you have to go through and find out where the holes are. And,
yeah,
it's not just, I'm fixing this part here, it'll bust somewhere else. You have to go through the step by step. So it's little changes at a
yeah.
time. Yeah.
That's like that. Yeah. So I think we did a long talk. I think we are now just
Yeah, I know.
random
And the
talking. So
houses were fast. I know. And guys left
yeah.
me alone.
So it was a challenging time, and I said, "Okay, it's gonna be good. We have trines, and we have a nice." But I think
Yeah.
that upstairs, okay, no, no, girls, you're not gonna have it like you want it.
I know. I was like, what was it? The sun in Leo trining the moon in Cancer and Mars in Aries. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. This is
Yeah,
so positive for us. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's not
That's
what happened.
no, it didn't happen. Yeah, I think yeah, the moon in Cancer must have been the bad. The moon is like Soufflot. Huh?
Yeah. But no,
Okay.
it's okay. You did okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh, will I remember not to forget? My teacher says, will I remember not to forget? Yeah, not to forget what we learned. That's if we evolve and we don't forget and we get born in another life, we can go. But that's used to be when people get very old, they gathered a lot of knowledge and wisdom, but
Yeah.
now they lose their mind and they lose their mind with Alzheimer and dementia at 60 years already. I mean, so many people have Alzheimer with all the poison in our air. So
Yeah.
it's
And like even like the plague or pandemic or whatever you want to call it, like I said before, I really feel like it's almost like just a spell, like a plague on humanity, on who we're supposed to be. We're literally sick, but not sick in a physical way,
yeah,
really. It's more of a spiritual way. And, the TV, the media, the money, the entire system has infected all of us, really. But
yes,
if we can, there is a cure to that, and that is being like, I'm not going to participate. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not going to feed into these energies. And, even though they say to be scared of my neighbor, I'm not going to be scared of my neighbor. And even though they say, I have to have the most money, I'm
true.
still going to help other people. I think that's, I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
just a
that's
mindset.
more what's going
Isn't
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you want to have your chart, you have to go to astro.com. You type in your birth date, your birth town, and your birth hour, and then you have your chart. And if you feel like you can ask some questions about, I mean, we can still do another time with planets and what else is there? Yeah, with the houses, we did the planets, we did signs, and then we can do some combinations or something. Or no, first people can tell them my son is in house number 1 or my son is in house number 5. That would be nice. We can
Yeah.
explain the different positions from you people in different houses. So what kind of thing, and or something else, whatever. If you feel like, if you
Yeah.
feel like,
We can do that.
Mhm.
So, well, we could talk later about which one we'll do
Yeah,
next, but then we'll let them know, like, this one will be just questions. So look up your birth
yeah,
chart and come to us with your
yeah.
question.
It's a very easy astro.com. You just
Yeah.
you fill in,
And
but you have to,
there's
yeah.
an astrology cafe gives you a simple one too. I
Ah,
think
yeah.
it's astrology cafe. So yeah.
It could be. I don't know that one, but yeah, just and even if you don't know your date hour, you can still do it, and then you have just the planets and in the different signs, and it starts, and that's also okay. It says already a lot.
Yeah.
So okay,
Okay.
I
Okay,
think
we're
we
done,
are
right?
quite done because we're
Yeah.
just keeping talking, and we're boring you now, I think. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I have no
Astro.com,
idea what
yes,
the conversation
Astro.com.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So Camp
Region
Region
12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, how well, but FEMA camp would be in House 12 because it's a prison.
Yeah.
It's actually a good example. You learn, he did learn well, Gerard. Okay, 12 for sure. Okay. Anyhow,
Okay.
so can we stop?
Yeah, can we stop, Gerard?
Yeah.
Apparently he's paying attention because he just made a comment. So
Mhm. So
yeah, I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know
yeah.
how to get us off. But like I said too, I'm gonna work on it this weekend. I'm gonna, download it and
Ah, yeah, we can
subscribe and
talk
see if I
about it.
can.
We talk about it and we find some way to relate how
Yeah,
to deal if they still feel like it.
yeah, because I need more food too than blueberries. Blueberries, that's all I had all day was blueberries.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
too less. He
And I
denied. Oh, there we go
denied,
again.
denied. Here we go.
Then people have to ask questions because I'm out of inspiration. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
I can talk still a lot, but anyhow, uh,
But oh yeah, and there at one point there's that um the Zodiac and the Destiny in the Hermetica. I'd like to read about that
yeah, nice.
at one point because it's only God, it's a small book. It's like a page and a half maybe. And it explains
Bye bye.
why. Okay.
Bye bye. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.